Now he talks about the end of the world. Oh, Yana. The end of the world. What is the end of the world? Every time there's a blood moon, the end of the world is coming. Every time something is wrong, you know who's scared? The Christians. I believe. They're the ones that go buy food. You know what the world does? They go party. Come on. When it was the turn of the century, all the world was drunk, and the Christians bought all the food and was hiding because it's the end of the world. All right, guys, let's get drunk on the Spirit and leave the other rubbish. Come on, guys, let's enjoy life. We only have one life, and we've got the God on our side. Now, the end of the world, he's not talking about the end of the earth. This I'm standing on is earth. Okay, the world is the system that governs the end of the world. Christ was crucified in the end of the world. It says it in Hebrews 9. Can I read it to you? For then must Christ have often suffered since the foundation of the world. But now, once in the end of the world, he appeared to put away sin. He was crucified in the end of the world. What world? The law was a schoolmaster unto Christ, and that was the end of the law. Christ is the end of the law to all that will receive. So what is the world there? The law world. The world that was created. So it says Christ was crucified before the foundation of the world. When was that? When Melchizedek appeared to Abraham and he said, have bread, have wine. He says, Abraham longed to see my day, and he did. So Abraham had a vision. That is why he could sacrifice Isaac. That was before the world was given. The law world was given to Moses 430 years after Abraham. Do you understand? It's not, what are they? No. These plans only kicked in after the curse came on the earth. Can I throw it in here? Genesis 2 says, before there was a man to till the ground, and before the rain fell. When did the rain fall? After the flood. When did man till the ground? After the curse. The foundation of the world is in Abraham, because it talks about the law world. Can you understand? If you walk around, when is the end of the world? When is the end of the world? Do you understand you're going to mess up? We are in a world that has no end. The church, the body of Christ, is a world that has no end. Go, guys. The last verse in Ephesians 3 tells you we're in a world that has no end. But you know what is the problem? If you do not know where you come from or where you're going, you're not going to really make it, are you? God is not the author of confusion. Okay. The first world was destroyed with water. Can anybody tell me how that happened? The flood. The second world was preserved for fire. That was the end of that world. When was that? 70 AD. When the whole thing burned down and the temple was down and there was no more that old system of worship. That was the old world. When the first world ended at the flood, the second world started immediately and built it up. The second world was reserved unto fire. We are in a world that has no end. A world that Isaiah 43 speaks about. When the fire comes, you will not be scourged. When the water comes, you will not be overwhelmed. Oh, we are somewhat overwhelmed by flu. We are so overwhelmed by our bank balances. Guys, I sort of think we're not going to get out of it. I sort of think that something happens inside and then we become overcomers. Listen to all our prayers. God, take that away. Take that away. I just want to get out of my circumstances. No. Inside of it. I am placed here because God thought I will make it here. Easy? You don't want one day of my life. I want it. It's my purpose. I'm not a pauper. I'm a purpose. Come on, guys. Do you have purpose? Or are you just where you are because you don't know what to do with your life? Come on, guys. Get up. This is what the end of the world is all about. It's not the end of the earth. It's the end of the world. Jesus died at the end of the law world. Isn't that like, wow? When did it happen? 70, 80. Everybody say 70, 80. Now, 70, 80 was not the end of the earth. It's the end of that law world. God is not the author of confusion. Now it says here, a good understanding of historical facts, symbolism, numbers, and human traditions help us understand the word. Now every time they asked Jesus, they said, God, when is these things going to happen? He said to them, do not let people deceive you. If Jesus, listen, he was coming out of the temple for the last time. And they were like, oh, look at the rocks. Look at all this beautiful temple. He said, not one stone will be left upon another. Talking about the end of that world. And when they were alone, they asked him 3 questions. God, when is this going to be? What was he talking about? When was the temple going to be broken down? What is the sign of thy coming? They were talking to Jesus, the Son of Man, not the Lord of glory. He was not glorified there. He was talking to the Son of Man. When are you coming again? Why was he going to come again? To finish the work that he started on the cross. When was that? 70 AD. And then they said, when is the end of the world? And the first thing Jesus answered them, do not let anybody deceive you. And what happens? The biggest deception goes around the end of the world. I just want to say something. I noticed something this week, and I think it might do some people good. From the cross to 70 AD, there was about approximately 2,000 people that said, I'm the Messiah. I'm the Messiah. What does Messiah mean? Anointed one. So there were false messiahs rising up. I'm the Messiah. I'm the Messiah. And it seems like after 70 AD, the people started saying, oh no, Christ didn't come in the flesh. A new trick. He didn't come in the flesh. He didn't come in the flesh. If you see how the Roman soldiers were bribed and paid and lies about the resurrection, yes, you must be stupid to think that you're going to put lies out there about God. How will you know the truth, guys? He said to Daniel, Daniel, I want you to understand and know. I want you to understand and know. How are you going to know the truth from the false? Come on, guys. When they train you in a bank to work with money, they don't give you false money. They give you true money. You work with true money all the time. True money all the time. All the time. When a false one comes in, how are you going to know the truth in the Word? You must go through the Word. You must understand the Word. When a false doctrine comes, you will pick it up. I have now seen that people will study rubbish books and Facebook and what everybody else says, but they do not know what the Word says. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was made flesh. And when temptation came to him, what did he say? It's written. Get behind me. It's written. It's written. The devil fled. The devil fled. But you know what? We do not know the Bible. Okay. Take heed that no man deceive you.